What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the Trank. So today I'm really excited to share with you guys a new tool I've been working on developing over the last year and a half or so, and that is the famous dial gauge indicator jig. Now, as I looked around at ones on the market, they all had small things that I thought were flaws with them or that made them frustrating to use. And so I made a new design here that has a really unique feature that sets it apart from the others on the market. I'm excited to share it with you guys, and stay tuned to find out how you can get your hands on one. So let's go ahead, guys, and take a look at this jig. So this is the universal dial gauge indicator jig I have been developing, and I'm going to go over a bit of an overview of the jig and show some of the features of it. Now, one of the things we'll notice right away is that the dial gauge itself is actually universally mounted, in that this will fit any dial gauge with a 1/4" lug, which is the standard size for dial gauges. And you can see all we have to do here is we have a carriage bolt and we have a knurled knob on the other side. I'm going to give this a little loosen with the plier, and I use a plier because what you'll find is that this compression fit requires just beyond finger tightening to get this on there real tight and with no play. But if we go ahead and unscrew that here, we can see this is that 1/4" lug I was talking about. And so all you have to do is purchase the jig, and if you already own a dial gauge, you don't have to purchase one with the kit or purchase one on top. You can just use the one you have. This will fit any standard one out there, which is a really great feature. This also allows for rotation of the dial gauge when you're checking other things on your table saw, such as the arbor runout, which we'll see in a bit here. Now, what is going to really set this apart from others on the market is the camming feature. And basically, what I've seen is that all the other ones on the market have some sort of adjustability to make sure there's no play in the miter bar or the miter slot, but they really just fall short. They require you to take the jig in and out and adjust set screws or other similar mechanisms that end up loosening over time, and it just really started frustrating me. So if we take a look at the back of this jig here, we'll see right on the back we have this onboard storage of the Allen key. So you always have the Allen key and you don't need to look for it, and you've got it right where you need it. Now what you'll actually see here is this unique camming feature, and so if I go ahead and loosen the screw that tightens it down, you can see that as I move that there, our cam then ejects, and that is going to be what takes up the slot in the miter fit. And so this is able to accommodate any table saw on the market. All you have to do is put it in and adjust it one time from the top, which I'm going to do a demonstration of here in a second. But overall, we have a solid aluminum slide here, and so that gives it good weight to make sure the jig stays flat on the cast iron top. And it's a really sleek design, and I think it's really efficient. So let's go ahead and dive in and show you that camming feature. So I want to highlight now how unique this camming feature is and how easy it is and quick to adjust this to fit your miter slot. So you can see I've gone ahead and placed the jig into the miter slot, and there's tons of back and forth play. The reason for that is not every miter slot is equivalent between brands, and so this needs to have adjustability in order to make sure it can accommodate different saws. Now what I'm going to do is just adjust this in real time for you guys, just to show you how quick and easy it actually is. So what I'm going to do is just take the onboard Allen key, and I'm going to place it into our adjustment screw, and I'm just going to bring that cam out and just lightly tighten down, and I'm going to do that on both sides. Now this first time I'm not pushing super tight on the cam because this is just to get them roughly in place. So you can see even after that, almost all the play is taken out of this. You can see I'm wiggling on both corners and we have barely any play. But just to eliminate that to the very finest, I'm now going to use the short side of the Allen key. I'm going to press down on the top of the jig because it's this slide that actually is making contact with the surface that we want to keep referenced. And all I'm going to do is then push that cam a little tighter than I did the first time. And I'm just going to do that on both sides, and then really snug down on the set screw, or not the set screw, just the socket cap screw, just to make sure those stay in place. And now you can see we have absolutely no back and forth play in the jig, yet we're able to easily slide back and forth down the slide. And just to show you that that does in fact take the play out, what we're going to go ahead and do is just engage this here with the fence. So you can see that needle is now deflecting whenever there's movement. And now what I'm going to do is I'm pushing back and forth on the corners here, and that needle is fluctuating less than 1/1000 of an inch, which means we're getting a perfectly accurate reading with no interference from the play with the miter slot and the miter bar. So that's just how quick and easy it is, guys. I think you're going to really enjoy this feature. Now another one of the unique aspects of this dial gauge indicator jig is that it does have adjustability to tilt that dial gauge to 45 degrees, which allows you to check for any run out in your arbor of your table saw. And now this is of course an important check to make sure that your table saw is well calibrated, and more importantly that it's just running properly. So you can see here the needle is engaged there, and when I go ahead and rotate The table saw here, the shaft, we get no flutter in the needle, which means that this has absolutely no arbor runout. And this is a feature that a lot of the jigs on the market don't allow you to check for because they don't have the ability to rotate and check these various angles. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed the video. I really do think that this product sets itself apart from others like it on the market. I'm really excited about the design and really pleased with how it turned out. So if you want to support this tool and get one in your hands, be sure to go check out the Kickstarter below. We're going to be launching this and hopefully we get this really on the road and out in people's hands soon. So go check that out, and if you enjoyed this and want to see more content like it as well as more innovative tool designs in the future, be sure to subscribe to my channel. And as always, thanks for watching and we'll see you on the next video.